So I am reading 4 Ezra chapter 7. And now we're going to start off at at 6. Now I think this is really important because in life we go through so much, and in order to get to the kingdom we have to go through trials and tribulations and sorrow. We go through times where we wish things could be happy all the time, but that's not life. So in order to get to the kingdom of the Most High, we have to go through things. And sometimes it's hard, but we have to endure life perils and tribulations in order to get to the good things that the Most High have prepared for us. Those of us who make it through. Even though it seems like, life just gets hard. Life feels like we have to go through the evil days in order to get to the good days. So I just wanted to read this. And those of you who don't know, this is for Ezra. This is not in the regular Bible, but this is a Sefer Bible that I have. And I've read this before, as you can tell. And this Bible getting kind of raggedy, but but if y'all interested in reading Second Esdras, you can actually look it up. It's on I think you could just Google it and it might pop up. But this is a book that I got off of Amazon, and it was $80 back then when I bought it. So, but it's worth the money. Second Esdras is a part of the Apocrypha. Those are books that was taken out. So if you have not read Second Esdras and for Ezra, is also a Second Esdras. If you have not read it, read it. All right, so we're going to start off on chapter 6. There is also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field, and is filled with all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. And there is but one path between them, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be but one man that goes there at once. If a city now were given unto man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And I said, It is so, Adonai. Then said he unto me, Even so also is Joshua's portion, because for their sakes I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. Then were Then were the entrance of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. For the entrance of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. Now therefore, why disquiet yourself, seeing you are but a corruptible man? And why are you moved wherein you are but mortal? Why have you not considered in your mind this thing that is to come, rather that which is present? Then answered I and said, O Yahuwah Adonai, you have ordained in your Torah that the righteous shall inherit these things, but the wicked shall perish. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things, and hope for wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. And he said unto me, There is no judge above Elohim, and none that has understanding above El Elyon. So when I read this stuff, it kind of gives me a hope that, things that I've been through in my life is not, is not for nothing, basically. It's not in vain. Like, sometimes I felt like I wanted to give up, not give up life, but just, go out there and just be wild and stuff. Because it seems like the wicked people, they prosper in their ways. And those who trying to do right, and I'm not saying that I'm a righteous person, but I do try to do the right thing. I do try to love my neighbors as myself, and try to love the Most High. And it seems like I don't always prosper in everything that I do, even though I'm trying to do the right thing. And it gets hard trying to do right and feel like nothing's going right. But when I read scriptures like these, it gives me hope. Okay, well, keep enduring, because it's not for nothing. Even though it feels like it's for nothing right now, it's not for nothing. So anything we may go through in life, our trials and tribulations, is to get to the kingdom. And don't give up doing the right thing because it feels like things are not prospering. And the whole time, we may not be prospering in a physical sense, but in a spiritual sense, we are more richer than the average person. We have our reward in the Most High. The Most High is going to reward us for the things that we may give up in order to follow His way. And we dying to our flesh daily, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle to pick the right thing to do, whether it's in a fleshly sense or whether it's spiritually. It's a struggle because we have peer pressure. We have pressure from our families. We have pressure from just outsiders, period, who's not really on the same path that we're on. And so it becomes a struggle, but at the end, we gonna have the Most High's kingdom. And let me finish. I left off on 20. For there be many that perish in this lifetime because they despise the Torah of Elohim that is set before them. For Elohim has given the straight commandment to such as came, that they should do and live even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, and spoke against him, and imagined vain things, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of El Elyon that he is not, and knew not his ways. But his Torah have they despised, and denied his covenants, and their statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works. And therefore, Ezra, for the empty are empty things, and for the full are full things. Behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I have told you shall come to pass, and the bride shall appear, and she coming forth shall be seen, and now is withdrawn from the earth. And whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evils shall see my wonders. For my son Yahusha shall be revealed to those that be with him, and they that remain shall rejoice within 400 years. After these years shall my son Mashiach die, and all men that have life, and the world shall be turned into old silence for 7 days, like as in the former judgment, so that no man shall remain. And after 7 days the world that yet awakens not shall be raised up, and that shall die that shall die that is corrupt. And the earth shall restore those that are asleep in her, and so shall the dust those that dwell in silence. And the secret places shall deliver the souls that were committed unto them. And El Elyon shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end. But judgment only shall remain, truth shall stand, and belief shall wax strong. And the works that shall follow, and the reward shall be showed, and the good deeds shall be of force, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule. This is where I left off at, I guess, the other day, last week when I was reading. But I think this is part of the reason why they take books like this out the Bible, because I don't even think the regular KJV talks about what this talking about, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know. But y'all have a blessed day. If I come across something else that I think should definitely be posted, talked about, I will be posting it.